All right, something a little bit different today. Decided I was going to do that thing on my Instagram story where you could add the question thing and people can ask you questions. And I figured I would just screenshot some of them that stood out to me at least a little bit. Honestly, this first one is like the worst one because what are my real thoughts on Lil Mosey? Pretty surface level. Nice kid, very good guy, even though I don't know why I'm calling him a kid. Good guy. I like his music. I actually think he's like super talented. I mean, it might seem like he just makes sort of like simple rap songs that are catchy, but he's shown an ability to do that better than most people. So shout out to Lil Mosey. I got a lot of love for that kid. All right, let's tap and move. Wait, it didn't work. I was supposed to just tap that and it was supposed to change. Oh, God damn it. Is it going to work? Yeah, there you go. What do I got to do to be mentored by you? You know, you ever watch those Ty Lopez videos where he talks about having like 16 mentors and stuff? Maybe I'm just selfish. But this whole idea doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. Like mentoring, like, I don't know. If I'm, like, all right, think about it. I'm definitely not mentoring some random person. And so what do I got to do to get mentored by you? I mean, really nothing. But, you know, if I were to meet somebody, I mean, this happens all the time. I meet people and I think they're talented and I stay in touch with them. And maybe at some point they would ask me for something. You know, they ask me, hey, can you put in a word for me with this person? Or, hey, can you know, there's this job opportunity. Maybe you could reach out to them since you know them or something. You could like help me out with like, you know, getting an interview or something like that. I mean, I have a ton of people that I know who I'm basically on those sort of terms with, in the sense that like if they're my friends, firstly. So I guess that's the main thing, that I wouldn't consider myself a mentor to them. They're just, you know, people that are younger than me that I fuck with, and I would help them out if possible. But the mentoring concept, like, wait, am I supposed to have like a meeting with you every month? Something like that? I don't know. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm not really like a formal person like that. Also, I think when people ask you to be their mentor, a lot of times they're sort of referring to doing it in more of like a college sense, like to get credit or something. And that is a mystery to me because I didn't really do a whole lot of time in college. I was only there for a minute. And I don't know. So, no, I'm not going to mentor you. But if I do spot your talent and think that you seem talented, then I would obviously be willing to, you know, if we develop some sort of relationship, friendship, whatever, then, you know, yeah, I guess I could do something similar to mentoring. But I'm not going to just pick some random person out of a crowd and be like, yeah, I'm mentoring you now. Have you fried on acid since that last frying vlog? Well, first off, I want to say that calling it frying, I mean, I don't know if that's common or not. Personally, I've never done that. But have you done acid since that last acid vlog? No, I have not. Actually, I was in a really weird spot in my life where acid seemed like a really good idea when I did do that vlog. And it's not like I put a lot of time into it. It's like some dude that we know came up to us outside the bar and was straight up like, yo, I got acid. And like, my friends just looked at each other and we were like, yo, we should honestly do it. Like, tomorrow's the day. Boom, let's do it. Let's go out in the woods and do acid. And the problem is that I think at that time I was really looking for more. I was looking for some sort of explanation or like just something that was going to show me what I needed to do to get to the next step in my career. And I was doing No Jumper at the time and it was going good, but I also was just sort of looking at my life and I was like, man, like you something has to change. And I did that acid, and then I think the biggest things I took away from it were basically like, maybe you should move out and not live in a house with a bunch of your young BMX friends anymore. Maybe you should like get your own spot and try to like grow up a little bit. Even other things too. I was like, man, you know, I need to get a nice car. Like, people judge you on your car. Not nice, but like, you know, I need to get a car that's not a piece of shit. At the time, I was just driving some old ass shit that my friend was letting me hold. Even something like, oh, maybe you should consider getting a girlfriend and just stop sleeping with every girl you meet who's willing to sleep with you. That was kind of going through my head a lot after the acid thing. And so like I really kind of credit that moment, that day, that night, whatever, with really like opening my eyes to what I could be doing better, what I could upgrade in my life, what I could change. I don't know. And then ever since, like now when I think about doing acid, it just doesn't really have the same appeal to me. I guess because I feel like right now I know what I have to do. Like I know where I want No Jumper to go. I know where I want my own career to go. And I feel like all I have to do is just do it. Like I just have to, execute. I have to work my ass off every day. Maybe not every day. I got to take some time off once in a while, but like really just work really hard, build a team, go hard, open more stores, do whatever I'm going to do, but just go hard with everything. And so it's like, I feel like acid isn't for me right now because I already feel like I know where I'm going and I don't feel like I need a paradigm shift. Next one. Do you realize how many people have seen your dick? Yes. And I'm totally okay with it. Actually, I got a text from an old friend that I haven't talked to in like 10 years today, and he was just like, man, I went on Pornhub today trying to jerk off, and I seen your big-ass hog. And I was like, thanks, man. Appreciate that. It doesn't really bother me at all. If you would have asked me like prior to having those clips online, like how would you feel about videos of your dick being online, I'd probably be like kind of embarrassed, right? Like kind of turned off by the idea, but I absolutely don't give a shit. So, hey, here we are. Do you want to meet up on Tokyo? No. I'm going to go to Tokyo in December. If you want to book me or anything, that would be great. But no, I'm not trying to like just meet up with some random person, and I don't understand why you would think that I would want to, because realistically, we're going to have a lot of stuff to do out there, and just meeting up with some random guy, no offense, Jordy, it's probably just not going to happen. Why did Asian Doll walk out on the stream, and are you guys cool and shit, or y'all ain't talking? So first off, you're talking about Cuban Doll, not Asian Doll. Are you guys cool and shit, or y'all ain't talking? Well, after that incident, which, by the way, you should go watch the Cuban Doll interview that has almost 1 million views now, in which she sort of like storms off the scene of the podcast. After that happened, I was kind of assuming that at some point she was going to make a statement about it, and that would be how it went viral. Is if she put out a clip where she was talking shit about me, then I thought, okay, probably this is what's going to happen. She's going to say something, it'll go viral, then I'll have to respond. She never really said anything, so are we cool? I don't know, I guess. I like asked her a joking question that I thought that enough time had passed that she would be a little bit amused by. Like just, I mean, the fact, like everybody tried to change it to like, Adam made fun of her for being beat up by her ex-boyfriend. No, I asked her how she felt about a song that someone else wrote using the meme that came out as a result of 2 of her ex-boyfriends arguing on FaceTime. It's kind of a stretch to say that I was like making fun of her for being abused. I actually thought that she might be able to laugh at that song that went on to become pretty popular, but I guess I was wrong. I judged the whole tone wrong, maybe a little bit, but I really think like when you actually watch that whole interview, it's like she wanted to get out of there. She was over it. She was fucking sick of it. Why haven't you shaved your head? Well, I grew my hair out for like, I think maybe 2-3 weeks for the Eminem costume. Just so you guys know what we're talking about here. And I dyed it blonde. And, I never thought I was going to have hair again, but I was kind of looking at it, and I'm kind of like, man, you know what? It doesn't look that terrible. It's not great. It's a little fading in here, but whoa, I didn't see that coming. I don't know. Just figured, like, why not? Why not grow it out for a little while, see what I can do with it, play with it a little bit. But will it be shaved again? Yeah, definitely. Also, I probably shouldn't have filmed this video right after a Bossa Nova. Shout out to Bossa Nova. Did you ever have thoughts that you didn't have a purpose? It's been a long time because, like, been doing the BMX website thing since, like, I was, like, 22 when I started that. So before that, yeah, definitely. But once I figured out the BMX website thing, then I sort of was like, that gave me a lot of confidence because it was like, oh, shit, I'm 22, 23, and I have the most relevant, most heard, most talked about media source in BMX, which to me at the time was my whole world. All I did was ride BMX, play poker, listen to rap, and like fuck girls off MySpace. That was like my whole life. And I started a blog, and in the course of like 6 months or a year, it went from like just nothing to like the most important blog in BMX, the first blog in BMX, really. And ever since then, it's kind of always been since then. It's like I feel like I have a purpose. I just wanted to grow the purpose bigger and like be able to do more and everything. And the idea that like nothing I was doing was gonna matter, that didn't really occur to me so much. How do you like being white? has it held you back in your field? You know, I did have this conversation recently, just in the sense that I'm in a very out of the ordinary position where being white is so out of the ordinary for the world that I'm in. And believe you me, throughout my career doing this, there's certainly been instances where I sort of like, walked into a studio or walked into an office and felt like I was basically being vibed for being white, in the sense of like, who the fuck is this guy? How the fuck does he deserve to be successful or popular or whatever? I've definitely felt that vibe from certain segments of the population. I wouldn't say it's a pervasive thing. Actually, when I think about it, I don't think I've ever felt that from an artist. I was having that conversation too. That was part of the conversation where I was saying, like, I never feel that from the artist. I only feel that from people who are more on the media side of things, usually. That seem like they have the more resentful thing. In terms of artists and stuff, I never really get that vibe that, anyone's holding my whiteness against me, which is, it's weird because, like, your whiteness is supposed to be such a gigantic component of your personality or who you are as a person. And I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. I'm not like proud of being white. I don't want to be, I'm cool with being white. It's like, it is what it is. My parents are white, so I guess I got it from them. It's all right. But, it doesn't mean anything to me. So, to me, actually, I think we need to talk about race less. Like, race is like, to me, I used to always say this, and now I feel like it's like something that's considered really offensive to say, but I think your race is like the least interesting thing about you. I think that everything that you choose to do in your life is really interesting and really important. And it's like, I've never cared about my whiteness because I didn't choose it. And it doesn't mean anything to me. And I understand it's easy for me to say because I'm white, and like white is kind of the default in America and everything. But I don't know. It feels like at a certain point in our history, we sort of got away from the idea that like race doesn't matter. And we're fully on board with the idea that like race matters a lot. And even if nobody's talking about it, it's it's against the walls. It's here. Race is everywhere. And you have to be constantly acknowledging it. I remember when I was like 8, they were like reporting on like percentage of black unemployment on the news. And I just turned my head to my mom in horror, like, that's racist. Like, we can't talk, like, why are they dividing up people like into groups and then, providing statistics based on the groups? I mean, I was like 8, so I didn't understand that, that information could be interesting for just describing trends and stuff like that. But I can't lie that a lot of times in conversations about race, I still have that feeling where I'm like, maybe this just isn't as important as you guys are acting like it is. But easy for me to say. Again, I certainly like relate to the idea that everybody has a different set of experiences that they went through in their life without choosing. Like, most people don't have to choose to acknowledge that. But yeah, I don't know. How do you like being white? I don't care. Has it held you back in your field? Probably not, because I do think about that too, though. Do you think some part of my success has to do with the fact that most rap fans are white and they maybe want to be talked to by another white person? I don't know. It's kind of depressing to think about. And it's like, there's really not many popular white people in hip-hop media that I can think of. Like, I don't know. I might be digging myself a little bit deeper of a hole here, but I can't, like, who talks about rap on camera that is, like, really popular? I mean, you got Rosenberg. Rosenberg's tight. Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments and everything. Any of the stuff that we discussed here. Maybe I'll do more of this in the future. Fuck with you guys. Check me on stream, too. I'm going to try to really stick to Sunday nights. Like, more than that, because I think I'm doing one Wednesday night, too. But Sunday night, I'm really trying to stick to Sunday nights. So if you want to stream, I'll be here Sunday. Peace out to all my Rope Gang family. Gang.